Hey Tammy, good to hear from you. I hope you're feeling better. Hopefully you're getting some rest after that surgery. So we're gonna pull some tarot. I have soundtrack of our life out, sign symbols and synchronicities, and how to raise your vibration. So we're gonna start with the tarot. We're gonna see what's going on with you. See what kind of energy's going on. See what you need to know. What do we have for Tammy? All right, I'm gonna get all your cards out and then I'm gonna pause the video while I do that. All right, so sorry if you can hear all the neighbors' dogs that are barking their heads off. It's been all day long, they've been doing this. So you'll probably hear that in your video, so I'm sorry about that. All right, so first things first, it looks like we are going through a period of healing. Can be physical, can also be emotional. Sorry, one of my kids is cleaning the kitchen, you probably hear that too. Lots of pain and trying to stitch things back together. So whatever is going on, this was a lot of heartbreak, a lot of pain, a lot of grief, a lot of loss, and really like it left its mark. So this could be the loss of your son, it could be something else, but definitely see the Three of Swords as like a lot of hurt, like deep emotional pain that really leaves its mark. And in this card, I feel like it's really depicted well that she's like sitting there screaming out in pain. And if you can see, like the strings are kind of actually trying to stitch the heart back together that's got two big gashes in it. So I feel like, you know, that's part of the healing journey from a major loss or something significantly painful, that we're trying to actually put things back together. So I feel like that's what you're working on, not only physically. You hear the puppy in the background. Oh my gosh. The whole house is just noisy and rambunctious right now. Hang on one second. All right, so all these distractions, sorry about that. This is my house on a usual day. All right, so we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So we could have some fear about financial stuff. I know you'd mentioned that before with being on leave from, you know, your job and everything while you're recovering. I feel like a lot of this worry is something that it's just that, it's worry, you know? So be cautious with how you're spending money right now until things get, you know, ironed out and you're recovered and able to return to work and all that. But I feel like you've worked very hard for what you have, and so I don't think it's something that you're going to just lose overnight or, you know, be bankrupt or anything crazy. And the reason I think that is because the next card is the Sun. So this is the happiest card in tarot. This is telling you that everything that you want is possible, that like happy home, happy marriage, children, all those things, that's what this card signifies. It's also Leo energy, so it could be like summertime. I also feel like you could be connecting to a Leo, or you could have Leo placements, so whichever way that resonates. The other thing I'm seeing is that you might be walking away from something or from someone. So the Eight of Cups is always about leaving what's not serving you. Normally cups are seen as like emotions, so it could be a relationship that you're just like done with. It could be a friendship, it could be something else. But this is a card telling you that if you've exhausted all your resources and nothing is changing and there's no room for improvement, that it may be time to finally throw in the towel. So whichever way that this resonates, whether it's work, home, whatever, just take what fits, leave the rest. I do feel like there is some emotional fulfillment coming in for you that could be new. So this could be like rekindling something between you and your spouse. This could potentially be somebody new coming in that brings you a lot of emotional fulfillment. It can be friendships. Typically I see cups as more romantic than friendship, but it can be both. So it could be like an emotionally fulfilling connection with a friend. I also feel like your guard is super high right now. So you're a little hesitant to maybe get involved in any way, shape, or form with new people. I feel like you're kind of using your logic or using your smarts, your wits, in order to make good decisions. But I also feel like you could be dealing with somebody who's also a little bit hard to deal with, a little rough around the edges, kind of a tyrant sometimes, or just kind of a jerk. Like I call the King of Swords and the King of Queens, the Queen of Swords, like Ice King, Ice Queen, because they can be kind of stoic. They might have those emotions going on under the surface, but on the outside, most of the time they're not showing those things. So it can be kind of hard to read people like that. They're very intelligent. They're very, very wise individuals. They make great advisors, but sometimes they're just a little abrasive and hard to deal with. So that could be somebody that you're dealing with as well. Typically, the King of Swords is seen as an authority figure, so it could be like a boss. It could be a spouse. It could be things like that. But they're usually seen as kind of rough around the edges and kind of sometimes abrasive and hard to deal with. There is some sort of confusion. So there could have been an argument. There might have been some sort of, I feel like there could have been like a blow up, like somebody really like lost their temper and now the other person or both people are confused, like, I don't know, what do we do from here? I feel like one person might actually want to walk away and the other person is kind of just really thinking things over, almost like too much thinking it. And I do feel like somebody does want to leave. This might be traveling, relocating, really getting out of the conflict and chaos, because I feel like ultimately what you're looking for is your happiness and success financially. The Ten of Pentacles is like having a really grand life. It's having your cake and eating it too. It's generational wealth. So like if you came into a lottery win or an inheritance or something like that, you'd have to make decisions on whether you shared it with certain people or whether you chose to walk away. But it would be like having enough money to never worry about it again. So that's like a really great card to come out. But I feel like you've been through the ringer and it's showing me like this progression of healing. We go from this really painful heartbreak to working on like new beginnings where it comes to matters of the heart, love, affection, friendships, romance, and then really having to walk away from something that's very painful and very hurtful in order to get to your ultimate happiness. So I do feel like you're doing a lot of healing, physically as well as emotionally. We have 3 cards talking about walking away from these things that don't serve you. We have the 8 of Cups, we have the 6 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Swords. So this one is like rock bottom. 10 of Swords is like you've been stabbed in the back too many times. You're really done. You're over it. You're beyond it. And now it's the point of no return. You've hit rock bottom. So the only way that you can go is up. So I hope that's not what's going on. I would love to be wrong about this because it's not great. The energies just kind of stinks. So I hope that this is telling you that you're actually like working on healing and going forward as opposed to things being kind of all over the place and kind of a nightmare. We have the Devil out here as well, so that tells me that there could be some toxicity, codependencies, addictions, things with strings attached. It's not great energy. You want to try and overcome that. You really want to try and go towards something that is more peaceful, something that's not toxic, things that are healthy. It's like you're reclaiming your power when he's in the reverse, but he came out in the upright. So let's get one more card here. Yeah, Hermit. So this is telling you it's time to go within. There's some inner work that needs to be done. I would say in the downtime that you have in recovery from your surgery might be an excellent time for you to just have some time to think and reflect, journal, meditate, pray, ground your energy, all of those things, and all of that's part of healing. But it's also a good indication that if you're working on you, you're able to come up with maybe solutions that you didn't have before to the issues that you're trying to leave behind. I feel like work is kind of a sore spot, mostly because of the environment that you're in. I also feel like at home can be kind of up and down. I mean, what relationship doesn't have ups and downs, right? We all do. But I feel like you really are trying to kind of make things better all the way around. I feel like you're also trying to kind of iron out the kinks is what they're giving me, and try and kind of like smooth things over in some regard somewhere. I also feel like there needs to be some open, honest communication, and I feel like the walls are kind of high right now. And so that might be on your part, it could be on the other person's part, and I feel like there's a lot of confusion because a lot of things have been left unsaid. So I want to see what else we've got going on here. So let's see, how do we raise the vibration? What do we need to know? All right. They want you to know that you're worthy. So if you're doubting that, they want you to know that you are. I love on this depiction. So green is the heart chakra, blue is the throat chakra, and yellow would be your solar plexus. The thing that they're telling me is that you cannot pour from an empty vessel, meaning that if you are depleted, you need some self-love, some self-care to fill up your cup so that you're able to pour into somebody else. So it's crucial that you realize that you need to give to yourself before you can give to somebody else. And if you're depleted, it's time to rest, Dr. Jen said so. I am protected by Source. You always are. We always have an army of guardian angels around us that are helping us throughout everything that we go through in life. So you are always protected by Source. I trust the wisdom within. Are you listening to your intuition, or are we doubting things? Trust it. Your intuition's never going to steer you wrong. Your ego, on the other hand, will always deter you off your path. So it's going to be super important. And abundance is a state of mind. So I feel like that mixed with the 10 of Pentacles, they're both red, ironically. So root chakra, are you in balance? Are you grounded? Is your energy feeling like it's stable, or does it feel like it's all over the place and everything's kind of up in the air? Abundance is a state of mind. I actually want to read that to you. All right, so it says, what is true abundance? Don't let your wealth be determined only by your material possessions, but by your happiness, your health, the people around you, and the inspiration that you hold within. You have more blessings than you may have accounted for, and today you are being encouraged not only to see them, but also to feel grateful for them. You are being guided to see your glass as half full. You are being guided to enjoy the richness of your well-being, and you are being guided to let your joy be the energy that draws more reasons to feel abundant to you. Abundance is a state of mind. If you can switch your thoughts to what you have rather than what you don't have, you will become a magnet for more blessings and experience wholeness through every facet of your being. If you feel rich, your life will reflect it. The universe itself is abundant in nature, and it has more than enough to go around. Experiencing blessings and riches won't deprive others of them. In fact, your experience of abundance will hold space for all those around you to level up their abundance mind too. Therefore, experiencing abundance is purposeful. So your vibe of the day: I am rich in blessings, inspiration, and people I love. So I will include this page when I send you your link so that you can see that. All right, let's see what we've got. Let's get some songs. Let's see what might be significant. What kind of music does she need? Oop, there we go. All right, Open Arms by Journey. Ironically, you just had surgery on your arm, right? Those might be a little bit tender. This is a great song. I'm sure you've heard it. I feel like Spirit's telling you that you need to be more open to something right now. And I feel like part of that is healing in emotional regards, as well as physical. But I feel like you need to be open to something. And we have the 9 of Wands, which tells us that your guard might be a little bit high. On your way down, stabbing westward. Somebody might be wanting to like travel, take a trip, things like that as well. I also feel like we have the 3 cards talking about leaving something. So maybe you're contemplating leaving something as well, whether it's work or whatever. Nothing breaks like a heart. And your first card was the 3 of Swords. Let me grab it up here. Come on, fingers. Nothing breaks like a heart. That's true. So another good song. I will take a picture of the songs as well so you can listen to them, or I'll type them out in the email, and that way you can look those up. And Save Yourself by Kaleo. I feel like whatever this is, you already know, like deep gut check, you already know like what you need to do and where this is going to reflect in your life, whether it's your love life, whether it's work, whether it's friendships, whatever it is, you're going to be able to go, okay, that makes sense, and you're going to know what it is. So just trust your instincts. I feel like that's super important. And your card, I trust the wisdom within. So third eye's lit up right there. You have to listen to your gut instincts, your intuition, all that stuff. All right, here we go. Sacral chakra. Where is your creativity right now? Are you kind of putting that off to the side, writing, painting, whatever it is, you know? The sacral chakra is part of the pleasure center. It's where we get that like excitement and elation to go try new things. It's like our sense of adventure. And so it's important that that's in balance. It helps us be creative. Sometimes it's blocked and we're stifled and we feel like I can't do that because I don't have, you know, inspiration to create or whatever. So that's important. We need to have those like creative juices flowing so that we enjoy things again. So I feel like part of that is just that there is a lot going on. Like, of course, you know, it was chaos for me when I started your reading. That's usually an indication that Spirit's trying to tell me something as well. And I feel like this is important that you start to do the things that bring you joy and pleasure again, whatever that is, at whatever capacity. that there's something missing because you need that peace in your life to actually create. You need to do those things that bring you joy because it's going to help to raise your vibration. So sexual health could also be part of that, creativity and pleasure. So you can do meditation specifically for certain chakras. That one's the sacral. So its color is orange, almost like my shirt. How ironic is that? So wearing orange, or like eating things that are orange, like oranges, carrots would do that. Like the color matters. So you could wear that color, you could have stones that are that color, jewelry, things like that. But even sitting in the sunshine, like orangish yellow tones, that would definitely also improve those things. Ooh, a ghost. All right. Spirit's giving me a couple of weird things with this card today. So ghost being not harmful. I feel like spirit energy in general, like I feel like your son is always with you. I mean, that's a given. But I feel like you might have a fear of the unknown someplace. There could also be some spirit activity going on around you. So that's not uncommon when I pull that card. I feel like in the quiet is when you're going to start to really notice whether there's, you know, spirit activity around you. They're showing me like something is out of place. I feel like you set something down somewhere and you're like, I just had it. I know I set it there. And then you look and it's not there. And then in a random place where you weren't at, all of a sudden it's like, how did that get over there? What in the world? Spirit may be trying to get your attention. I do feel like it is, they're showing me your dad. Yeah. Big, broad shoulders. He looks like he has like a mustache, glasses. They said, we're taking care of our girl. So I feel like during your recovery, there could be things that are like out of place. They're doing it to get your attention. And he said, very important that you rest right now. But in the quiet is where they're going to start to like show you more of that they are with you, that they are around. So I feel like that's important as well. So fear of the unknown. I feel like we all struggle with that from time to time, but I feel like the fear of the unknown is simply our ego trying to kind of persuade us to do other things that we shouldn't be doing. So worrying about things needlessly, you know, just playing into the fear. So if fear is kind of overtaking your thoughts right now, I feel like we just need to decompress and kind of relax a little bit. Easier said than done, but I feel like it's something that you can overcome is what they're telling me. It's like she can overcome this. It's just a pattern of thinking. We have the 7, so that's God's number for completion. 7 could be significant to you for any number of reasons. So it says 7 completion. God rested on the 7th day and completed a cycle. It's masculine energy. I don't know why 7 would be significant for you otherwise, but I do feel like they want you to tap into your spiritual beliefs right now, religious beliefs, whichever it's more apt for you. But the Anuk is like the cross. It's like the original cross. And so it's connecting from, you know, heaven to earth, all that stuff, connecting to the higher power, connecting to creator, connecting to angels, and really just kind of being in that peaceful, blissful energy as well. The root chakra might also need some love and attention. So really grounding your energy. I think I was saying that as well. Are you grounded? Is your energy grounded? The root chakra and the abundance is a state of mind card. They're both red. So the solar earth, the sacral and the root chakra are 2 that you might need to work on. So YouTube has a lot of great meditation music that is frequency sound. You can sit and have headphones on or whatever and just close your eyes and listen to those things, and it will start to effectively clear out all the gunk out of those energy spots there. So passion, loyalty, grounded, and success. The sacral says creativity, pleasure, and sexual health. So those might be some things that need a little bit of love and attention right now. If they do, that's definitely something that I feel like you should be addressing. Obviously, we're working on a bunch of stuff right now, so just take your time. Oops, we had a bunch of flippers. Let me grab those. Ooh, love that. You have the arrow. This one flipped out upright. So the arrow, some sort of setback, but you're actually being catapulted forward. So it says arrow, pulled back before catapulting forward into a new direction of success. So I love that. So don't worry about any sort of setbacks because they're actually setting you up to succeed. We have the witch's hat, healer, mystic, powerful, magical herbs, potions, spells, and manifesting. That might be me. It's okay. But let's see, what else do we have? The scroll. So some sort of learning and knowledge. So maybe you're studying something, maybe you're writing. You could also be thinking about getting back into writing, especially while you're in recovery, you know, some downtime from work and all that. And the Eye of Ra. Sun, protective, fear of violence, could be masculine energy that uses reason, math, science, logic, might speak multiple languages, and the right eye could be giving you some issues or them. So ultimately, I feel like you have a lot of things that are kind of setting you up to go in a new direction, like big changes in your life. And sometimes that is really scary. I feel like part of you is thinking that you're not worthy of these new changes or these positive things coming in. The truth is that you are, and so you need to own that energy. The other thing is, sorry, I hiccups. The other thing that I see is that there's a lot of abundance trying to come into your life. So are you open to it, or are you kind of shut down for allowing it to come in? Sometimes we are the type of person that really loves to bless other people, and we sometimes struggle with accepting people doing nice things for us or to bless us. So be open to that, because I feel like that's something that would be a really nice thing for someone to just bless you out of nowhere. So be open to that. I feel like abundance is coming to you because you have the 10 of Pentacles. You also have the abundance as a state of mind, and you also have the Sun card out here in your reading. I also feel like there's maybe the need to just kind of regroup after some major changes, or that that there's a lot of things that are just kind of up in the air. So it's like we have to kind of solidify some decisions along the way. I feel like if it's a major decision, I would hold off if at all possible. Sometimes it's not. If at all possible until like the 25th or later of April, because we're still in Mercury in retrograde. So the retrograde brings up a lot of things from the past for review, so we can decide whether we want to repeat this cycle or whether we finally break that cycle and we just dismantle it so it can't come back any longer. Things like that could be going on. I feel like a lot of fear is being triggered right now in the unknown. So kind of resolving the fear, kind of getting to the bottom of solutions, things like that. Know that you're protected. Know that all these things that might change are for a good reason, and that Spirit's trying to bless you. So if, like, let's say the job isn't cutting the mustard and you find a different one, that's cool. Find a different job. It's okay. People change jobs all the time. If things are on the outs between you and your spouse, if it can be resolved, fantastic. If it can't, maybe you need a little bit of space from them during this last couple weeks of crazy energy and just kind of regroup. I don't know for sure what's going on with you, but I feel like you do need some time to yourself to just kind of think and clear your mind. You also need to have some fun in life again, and that can be really difficult when you're not used to being home, you're not used to, not working and things like that. You're not used to just kind of staring at the same four walls every day, and that can really start to make you feel a little crazy as well. So I feel like you have some things that need to change in your life. I feel like the biggest thing that I'm seeing here is there's a lot of fear. And so really kind of alleviating the fear is going to help you to see things more clearly. So part of that is like, take good care of yourself. Self-love, self-care, get enough rest, eat good. And like maybe when you feel up to writing and, creating stuff again, I feel like that's going to help alleviate the fear because you're changing the energy from a negative to a positive. So I hope that helps. If you have questions, let me know. I'm going to take a picture of your songs and that page that I read you out of the book because I feel like it's a good one. And if it resonates, fantastic, let me know. And I hope you feel better. We'll talk soon. Have a good night.